With Red Bull announcing Isaac Hadjar is going to Racing Bulls and Liam Lawson is going to Red Bull, the wait is finally over and the grid for 2025 is complete. It's been a whirlwind compared to last year where no one changed their drivers with some high profile moves in there. And I, like many other people, attempted to predict these moves back in February. So here we are near the end of the year and seeing how many I got right. Let me know how your predictions went and if you got more right than me. A load of the drivers don't have a... Okay, so we got Perez, he got a new contract. Sainz, we know how that went. Stroll, indefinite. Alonso, he re-signed. Gasly re-signed. Ocon got dropped. Sargent didn't even make it in the year. Albon re-signed. Ricardo got dropped. Tsunoda re-signed. Bottas, Zhou, Magnussen did not re-sign, as did Nico Hülkenberg, who moved teams. We start with Logan Sargent, who will be leaving Williams. Oh, look at that. Already off to an amazing start. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit with Logan Sargent, but it's a win. A win is a win. Pourchaire being with Sauber and Vesti being with Mercedes, it was understandable that he kept his seat. But okay, can I just say this? What has happened to Frederic Vesti? Where is he gone? Anyways. His extended Make-A-Wish will come to an end come the 2025 season. He didn't even make it to the end of the season. He got dropped after 15 races. Next is his teammate Alex Albon. My prediction is that he stays. He's really building something at Williams. And a lot of people thought that Albon would either move to like Mercedes or Aston Martin. I knew he'd stay. Surprised if a big team came calling for him, but hopefully he sees the bigger picture and sticks with the Williams project. We're moving on to Stake F1 team. Here we go. Called. First up is Zhou Guanyu. Now this is a bit of a tricky one because while he's not a bad driver, he's not exactly amazing, but the one thing he does have in his favour is that he's got the power of the CCP and social credit behind him. He might go, he might stay. I think if Sauber build a decent car, which I think they will, he'll have a good year and keep his seat for 2025. What? Okay, this changes everything. Okay, fine. So originally I had Zhou to keep his seat. I wanted to keep that first part in to show what my thinking was pre-Hamilton to Ferrari. We will get to who will replace Zhou at Sauber in 2025 later because I don't think he's going to be staying. Okay, I was right. And on Bottas though. Yes, he's Bottas, he likes showing off his ass, and he seems like a lovely bloke, but this isn't exactly the same driver that raced for Williams 10 years ago. Facts. He was quick at the start of 2022 when Alpha made a good car, but I do think Zhou will beat him this year end his F1 career. But to be fair though, Zhou did end his F1 career. And his replacement? Why, of course, the current F2 champion, Theo Pourchaire. What happened to Theo Pourchaire, man? He was going to do like Super Formula. I think he did. What happened? The next team is Haas. One driver who I am certain will not keep his seat is Kevin Magnussen. Destroyed by a rusty Hülkenberg last year, and he's only getting worse. To be honest, he didn't drive that bad this season. He got beaten by Hülkenberg, yes, but he drove a decent year because he was helping out the team a lot more than himself. He may well be 5 years younger than the Hulk, but he's 5 years slower. Oh, that's not very nice. I think Kevin Magnussen should get the Cadillac seat in 2026, hopefully. But he is doing like Le Mans or something, so. And if Haas want to keep their relationship with Ferrari strong, they would want to appoint this driver as soon as they can. Because I think Magnussen's replacement at Haas for 2025 will be Ollie Behrman. Yeah, hell yeah. I think everyone predicted this, but I don't care because I wasn't following the crowd. I honestly thought this. Hopefully the pressure doesn't get to him. He shows his worth again in another season of F2, and we get ourselves. Okay, he didn't really get to show himself because half the time he got drafted into F1, but he showed himself well in his 3 F1 starts. Remember Leclerc was at Haas for a bit? Maybe he can be that Leclerc driver for them. Imagine that prediction comes true. On to his teammate and another driver without a contract for 2025, Hülkenberg. He will definitely prove his worth again, and for this reason, he's going to be leaving Haas. He can do better. To be honest, I thought he was older than 36, and he definitely still has the quality to drive well. If Haas can sort their car out, we could be on for another good Hulk year. Okay, they did sort their car off, and we got a good Hülkenberg year. He would have got top 10 were it not for Alpine coming really good near the end of the season. Next is AlphaTauri. Okay, AlphaTauri. Should I say So I said Hülkenberg out, but I think he's going to go somewhere else because I didn't say he's going to be out of F1. First to talk about is Ricardo. All Ricardo has to do to secure that Red Bull seat for 2025 is show that he's still got speed and ultimately beat Yuki Tsunoda. Ricardo will not be driving for AlphaTauri in 2025. Okay, that bit's right. And you will see why later. No. In his place will be Liam Lawson. impressed massively in his 5 races last year.
Okay.
He's only 21, nearly won Super Formula, and has been on Red Bull's books for yonks. He deserved a seat at Williams instead of Sargent for this year, but that is...
Whoa, imagine Lawson went to Williams.
Liam Lawson's career trajectory is ridiculous, and he will be their full-time driver in 2025.
It should have been him. It should have been him. This prediction should have been right.
Yuki is another weird one. He will keep his seat in 2025. Granted, he beats/keeps tabs with Ricciardo, and
I really thought Ricciardo was gonna put up a challenge. No, he did not.
You can see that he's improving, and I think one more year with AlphaTauri is on the cards for him before making a shock move in 2026. Not much else to say with Yuki, so let's move on to Alpine. Yeah, no one's leaving.
Oh, no. I should have known that the Ocon downfall was coming.
Even though both of their contracts run out, who would they seriously get in? If Doohan won F2, then maybe they would drop whoever did worse in 2024, but realistically, Jack Doohan isn't winning Formula 2.
Oh, unlucky me. I mean, he did Super Formula for 1 round, I think. And yeah, he's got the seat.
So for that reason, Gasly and Ocon both stay. Next up is...
That's unfortunate. I got one of them right, though. That's something.
Aston Martin.
Okay, this
While
is
it might seem obvious that Stroll keeps his seat, I'm going to say otherwise.
No, whoa.
Stroll isn't a bad driver, and his issue seems to be that he struggles with better cars. He was very good in the tracing point in 2020, and he had some great performances at the back end of 2022 and 2023 when the car was probably 5th or 6th best. He definitely isn't bad, but if Big Daddy Stroll wants his 5-year plan to take shape, it's got to be in 2025 that his team challenges for the title.
Okay, that's the 5-year plan. Okay, great shot of Stroll as well here.
Stroll cannot cope with that, and so he will be out. But the The Aston Martin path won't be closed off because he will be put in their WEC team.
Okay,
I think Stroll...
This was, I actually remember why I picked him now. This worked on paper so well.
Stroll and WEC could be a match made in heaven. And personally, I hope this happens. Not because I hate Stroll, but because clearly F1 doesn't suit him. And challenging for F1 championships, don't get me started. His replacement will be Aston Martin reserve Felipe Drugovich. Obviously, Alonso to Red Bull and also Mercedes now is a solid rumour, and his contract does expire at the end of the year.
I can't believe Alonso didn't go to Red Bull or Mercedes.
Alonso is staying at Aston Martin.
I was one of the only few who actually predicted this. Wow. Alonso stays at Aston Martin.
At least until 2026, and then he's either given up because the car is a pile of shit, or because he can't be asked anymore. Okay. McLaren is a quick one. Both will stay. There is no doubt about it. And now we're on to the top 3 teams. We'll start with Red Bull. Verstappen definitely isn't leaving, and he won't be doing so until 2028.
I mean, he could definitely leave before 2026.
He's going to need to do a lot if he wants to stay in F1. At the age of 34, I really don't see any options where he can go if he leaves Red Bull. I do think Ricciardo will do enough to earn this seat.
Oh no!
For 2025, and therefore I think Perez will leave the team.
Oh, I mean, that's right, but Ricciardo... Oh no.
And now Ferrari. I never thought I would see the day. Hamilton to Ferrari has completely changed the whole course of F1 in 2025. Drivers have been and will be kicked out because of it, and one of those is Carlos Sainz. But because of this, we know for certain that Ferrari's lineup will be Leclerc and Hamilton. And finally, Mercedes. There is going to be a massive hole when Hamilton leaves, and the driver who replaces him is going to be a massive decision for Mercedes. Do you get a top driver to keep challenging Russell, or do you build a team around him and have a second driver similar to Bottas who will help him get results and move over on command for the leading driver?
I didn't really pick the third option, which was assign one of your academy drivers.
For this reason, I think Nico Hülkenberg, granted he has another good year for Haas and shows that he isn't losing it, will get the second seat. He's a safe pair of hands, he's hella experienced, and he isn't trying to be number 1 at a top team at his age.
This made so much sense, but I mean, Toto Wolff's trying to groom the next Max Verstappen in Antonelli. That's going to be a car crash. I can't wait for next year.
I've seen links to Alonso, which I would not understand at all.
Yep, it was so dumb. Such a dumb rumour.
All there would be is fireworks once again, like Hamilton and Rosberg, with 2 top drivers getting way too close to each other each and every week. I've also seen links to Ocon.
Ocon? What the fuck? I don't remember that. Jesus, so he's gone from Mercedes rumour to Haas. Nice. Actually, yeah, I forgot he used to be a Mercedes junior. Still dumb.
I think Hülkenberg could be a solid choice.
Should have been, man. Should have been.
And finally, the big one, Carlos Sainz.
Where did I put Sainz?
The Chile will be moving to Sauber, which will then become Audi in 2026. and we have left a seat blank in the form of
no,
Williams. This is
man.
because I have a few options. As to
Look at Colapinto. Look at that. There's a Colapinto. Wild Colapinto appeared. No one even knew who the fuck he was.
So Vesti seems like the obvious choice. And then there's Colapinto, who is actually a Williams Academy driver. But for now, I'm going to say Vesti.
Oh, no. I mean, Colapinto would have actually been a solid choice, and I'd given myself a half point because he drove it in the season. But, yeah.
Will partner Albon in 2025.
Vesti, no.
So that was a lot of words, and we will quickly go over my choices right now.
Okay,
Starting with
here we go.
Williams, it will be Alex Albon as number 1 and Frederick Vesti as the newcomer.
Okay, only 1 point there.
Then Haas, it will be Ollie Behrman after a good year in F2 and Zhou Guanyu after a better year in F1 with Sauber where he beats Bottas.
So another point, we'll take it.
At AlphaTauri, it will once again be Yuki Tsunoda who will start his final year with the team, and alongside him, Liam Lawson once again.
Should have been 2 points, should have been 2 points, but that's another point. That takes us to 3.
Sauber, which will probably have another terrible name in 2025, it will be Theo Pourchaire who will finally get his deserved promotion at the team, and alongside him, a very experienced and also hungry Carlos Sainz.
Oh, gee, that's not even a single one right.
Next is Aston Martin, and while I would love to see Drogovic in that team in 2025, if I want to get any right, I would be stupid to say Stroll will be kicked out next year.
Oh, okay, so I said it earlier, but then I also said that Stroll was going to stay. Okay, that's
fine. It will once again be Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso.
Okay, now, so that's 2 points. That takes us to 5.
We've got Alpine. I think this will also be an unchanged lineup, and both drivers will re-sign with the team for 2025.
Okay, we got one of them right. 6.
McLaren now. This is obvious. It will be Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri once again.
Cool. 8 points now.
Red Bull. Interesting one, but I do think it will be Ricciardo and Verstappen.
Oh. Okay, fine. 9 points.
Ferrari, this one can literally not go wrong. It will be Lewis Hamilton alongside Charles Leclerc.
I mean, this one, that was obvious, but like, I'll still take it. 11 points.
And finally, Mercedes. I personally think it will be George Russell as number 1 alongside a very capable wingman in the form of Nico Hülkenberg. When we come back to this at the end of the season, hopefully I'm not dead, but most importantly...
Oh, I'm not dead. I'm still here. I'm still kicking.
Let's see if I got all 20 correct.
Okay, so I didn't get all 20 right, but I got 12 out of 20 right. I think that's pretty decent. Biggest miss, definitely Sauber, but also kind of Mercedes because, I mean, Hülkenberg made so much sense on paper, but like, who the hell is going to sign Hülkenberg at that age? It's definitely an improvement on the other prediction video, so we can be happy. Next year is going to be a very interesting one because I've got to guess which rookies are getting dropped and which ones are staying because there's not going to be many drivers going out next year. It's going to be about who actually stays. But that's been all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.